Okay, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be taking a quick look at the Dell Latitude 7320 Detachable. This is the i5 version. I believe they do them in i7 versions as well, but this is the i5 version. Obviously this is the stand we've got going on here at the back to prop it up when it's in tablet mode, or actually any mode to be fair. Doesn't look overly well, you know, strong. It feels it, but looks like that could be quite easily broken, and that's all it's held in by. And then obviously almost the entire functionality of the thing would go to pot. But you've got a standard camera on the back there. I've got it on just paint at the moment, but the screen itself is very nice. Definitely one of the pros about this thing. You've got a normal front camera there on the side, volume rockers for the volume, and then a power button up the top. You've got a USB-C connection on either side, along with a SIM tray as well. So yeah, USB-C connection, much like the Mac, is the only connection this thing has. So if that's going to be a problem for you, obviously if you don't like carrying adapters around, because you are probably going to need an adapter to go into there to give you HDMI, Ethernet, USB, whatever you're after if you want some peripherals. And I don't believe they come with that from Dell, so you will have to buy that yourself. This one's running Windows 10, obviously. Does come with the keyboard here, which is literally just magnetic. Pops on like that from the bottom, and then powers up. Very simple. Quite actually, this is one of the best things about it, to be fair. Folds up nicely, magnetic. It's magnetic to the screen. Almost effectively acts as a case for it as well, and not an awful keyboard. Not too flimsy. Decent travel in the keys, don't feel too cheap. Actually quite impressed with that relatively. It also has a pop down bit here up the front for a stylus. You get a little like a little selector here, which means you can kind of like hover over things, which is quite cool. It's also got a button on the side of it, if I can get the camera to focus, which you can press and it will do like the snip and sketch things, and you can highlight things and copy them and stuff like that. So actually quite a bit of function in this, and it charges straight from the keyboard, which is always a nice feature as well. So as far as the actual package goes, it seems very solid and is very convenient. However, personally, I've had, well, this is actually my second one of these. The first one I had just died on me. I was using it for work. It's a work one, and it just stopped working and never booted again. And this is the second one, and I know there's been other problems with ones at work. There's been network cards going, things like that, and they've been multiple. Obviously if you're getting them new, you're going to have that warranty, but it's just not something you want to have to worry about. And I definitely wouldn't buy one of these second hand, because I really just don't think they're that reliable, which is sad, because it's a brilliant form factor and it is very useful day to day, because obviously much lighter than a laptop. But I mean, I'm not entirely sure if the Microsoft Surface type things are better, more reliable than these. But I honestly, I know it sounds silly seeing as all the good things I've just said, but I wouldn't recommend one, because they just, in my experience, I've had too high a percentage of ones that have broken. And obviously if you're spending the amount of money that these cost, it's not what you want. Yeah, I mean, it's an alright spec as well. I thought it's got 8GB of RAM and i5, so you're not going to be doing any video editing or gaming with it, but it's perfect for, you know, day-to-day spreadsheets, Word documents, that type of standard thing. And obviously very convenient, but I just wouldn't go for one. Also is something to note, the speakers, while they obviously are there, are not very loud. So this is full volume. I'm sure you can still hear me speaking quite clearly, because not very loud. There's no speakers on this side at all. It's only on this side, which is strange. Not very good day to day, to be completely honest. Obviously you don't expect them to be a speaker, you know, good audio, but it's not very loud, which does make, if you're having calls or anything like that, does make them a bit dodgy. The microphone also, I mean, it's hard to tell, but I've been on a couple video calls with people, and the microphone just hasn't picked us up properly. You know, I've had people complaining it sounds like we're underwater, which is, for this type of money, just buy a laptop, honestly. Might be a little bit heavier, but you'll be so much more reliable, more powerful, and just just better. They have to pack, because obviously the space below the keyboard's just a keyboard. Normally there's all the hardware's under there. Because it all has to be packed into the screen, is too much going on in one space. So if we've had some overheat, I just don't think they're ready yet. I don't know about the Microsoft Surface ones, but in my experience, these Dell Latitude ones you should avoid. Yeah, basically that's it. If you have any questions anymore, hopefully I've explained why, but if you have any more questions, let me know. Pop them down in the comments. I'll do my best to reply.